Where my girls at? Where my girls at? Independent, free spirit. Ooh, it's something serious. Where my girls at? We ain't linked up in a cool minute. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right.
That it's going down. Yes, 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 yes. Happy Thursday, Force of Friendship Tribe. Thank you for joining. We got issues every Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. And we're excited to be here. We really are. You know, with all that's going on in this chaotic world, another day of life is a blessing. And we take nothing for granted, nothing for granted. And it's nothing like life with great girlfriends. We celebrate friendship. We know friendship is essential to the soul. It's Sabrina, Katrina, Chrisette, and Gloria celebrating 30 plus years of friendship. We do friendship right. So we have a lot to talk about. That's why we have our own radio show based out of Detroit, Michigan, 9:10 a.m., the Superstation. 9:10 a.m. We're excited to be here. Call us. We're talking about staging your life at every age of life. I'm talking about getting every drop out of life that you can. And so today is the day that we want to know, how are you making the most of your life? We have an incredible guest today, Gwendolyn Fields. And when I tell you she is sucking everything out of life, she is giving and she is getting. She is such an inspiration. So you're going to hear from her in just a little bit. She's out of the Atlanta, GA area. But let's check in with the girlfriends. We've got First Lady Chrisette, Viva Las Vegas. She's still out there celebrating birthday with her daughter, Kiara. So she's radio only. We've got girlfriend Katrina Harris Arrow looking good in her leopard print this evening. And then we've got Gloria, black on black in black, okay, with the flowers, okay? So you guys, you can watch us live on YouTube. You can watch us on our Facebook page, Force of Friendship. You can catch us on 19 a.m. You can catch us on iHeartRadio. When I tell you, if you want to find us, you can find the girlfriends because we are out there, live and living color. So, Katrina, you're looking good. Talk to us this evening.
It kind of feels, let's just be girlfriends this morning. Let's just be girlfriends and say
this morning.
You know, we had this morning. I'm going to this morning because you were the one who woke me up, literally woke me up this morning. I mean, we have so much going on here, y'all. And truly, Sabrina had to call and wake me up for a late meeting this morning. It was 8 o'clock. But when I tell you we have been up all night, okay? We have been up all night because
this chick, her West Coast, she's on the West Coast. We're all on the East Coast. And so we demand that she works with us on the East Coast time. And she's such a good doobie. She stays up all hours of the night and tries to catch us up in the morning. I promise you, if I be on the West Coast, I'd be like, you know what time it is out here. I ain't up. But she's such a good friend. She gets on up, makes it happen.
But Sabrina, she says that now on the radio. But this morning she was like, "Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?"
Talk about it, Katrina. Talk about it. Tell them how the girlfriends work.
She was gonna call everybody. But last night we had Anthony's uncle Johnny, come in all the way from from Chicago. The flight was late, didn't get in until 12:45, and so that means getting home at 2. Then we had a Zoom meeting, international Zoom meeting. Can you believe that Uncle Johnny, who is not, Anthony really has an Uncle Johnny, but this Uncle Johnny is not blood relative. He and Daddy Earl had been friends for 80 years. Speaking of friendship, have been friends for 80 years, and he is right now in our home. We brought him in. Those of you, thank you for the radio audience that have celebrated with us in the homegoing of Anthony's dad. But just talking about friendship, honestly, and just having him here is just a blessing for us to treat him. Because imagine an 80-year relationship, somebody you talk to all the time. It's, it's been a lot for him with this. So I'm just so grateful for having him on the show. And when I tell you, I got 12 people working in my house right now. Okay. It's a joy. I'm not complaining, because I'm telling you, my fireplace going to look good. My floor going to look good. My paint, my wall, my everything. Okay. It's going to look good. But right now, I can't find no socks. Okay, I don't know what
toe up from the floor up. Toe up, literally toe up from the floor up. Okay,
literally. I'm like, I might be sleeping on the floor at a hotel. So, but it's a blessing. I mean, gosh, we got issues, and but I ain't got no issues compared to the real issues that are taking place. So I'm looking forward to this show. I'm inspired by her already. I wish the girlfriends could be in the background sometimes, just hear the background conversation. So. Passing it back to you, Sabrina.
Glow, for sure. What you know?
Let me tell you something. Okay, first, let's go back to Katrina for a second. We're on a Zoom, y'all, and Katrina's in her own house, and all of a sudden she puts on a mask. I said, now I know that girl is serious, okay? And I know she's serious about wearing a mask, but she gonna put on a mask in her own bedroom. I was like, okay. And then she told us the floors are getting tore up. So we were like, okay. But before Uncle Johnny went to bed, they must have been up laughing, because that chick was texting at 4:30 in the morning. I was like, what is she doing? Like, okay, it don't wake me up. Let me tell you something. It didn't wake me up, because I'm quick now that my kids are grown. I'm on do not disturb. Okay? So you can send me stuff whenever you want to, for sure. But I'm excited about this show, because I'm excited about women and men who get the most out of their life. Come on, 80-year friendship. Y'all, we brag about our 30 years, but we got a long way to go when you talk about 80-year friendship. But I also have been, tuned into the TV. I know we all are. I know we're sad. I would love to have a conversation one day about what we thought about O'Rourke disturbing the governor's press conference, because there are two different sides of arguments. Some say, don't talk about it right now. Give the families their time, which I think is just they're trying to deny, and they're trying to put it off and push it off. And, and the other side is, let's talk about it right now. Let's talk about it right now. And so, that's a whole nother conversation as to when and why. The passion is very high, very, very high about that. And I think we need to hit it while the passion is high, because when the NRA gets to Houston next week, it's going to be a whole different change. And then when they start talking about how the different countries have dealt with what we refuse to deal with and how it has made such a difference for them, there's a lot to talk about. So when I tell you we got issues, we got issues. But the girlfriends are here to bring all the issues to you.
And at one point, you guys, how much can your heart take? How much sorrow can you take? If it's affecting us as these babies' pictures are revealed, these little precious babies and their parents sobbing in the TV camera, what they're going through. Honestly, earlier today, I just had to shut it all down, just turn it off, because this disturbs your soul so greatly, so gravely. And then it's like somebody said, I saw something, it's a cycle. We pray. We feel sorry for the city. We say, pray for the city. And then there's no action. And then it's quiet.
That's why he interrupted.
Right. That's right. Yeah, Chrisette.
We'll be listening to the conversation about it. And, they have those, I guess you call it dog with the words, when they talk about mental illness. And yes, mental illness is real. It definitely needs to be addressed. But I just don't follow the thought or the thinking of, well, even if he wasn't able to get an AK rifle, which it still would have happened. Well, if he was able to get a handgun, probably the punishment would have been as great, because a handgun is not read a quote where, Ted Cruz was, I'm praying for the families, and that we absolutely got to keep them lifted in prayer because I know their hearts are heavy and they're grieving. But then, in a few days, you're going to the NRA to deliver, an address there. So, so hypocritical. And the bottom line is, how many children have to be massacred, because that's exactly what took place, a massacre, has to be massacred before, our government will stand up and say, you know what, enough is enough. And I don't know, with President Biden, and he probably doesn't have the ability because, of the number of Democrats in the Senate and the Republicans to just say, you know what, hey, I know I'm going to get, a lot of bad press for this, but some kind of executive order that says, you know what, I'm to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I need to read up on legislative law. Yeah, right. Wow, the husband of one of the teachers. Wow. Dorothy Kirk said the husband of one of the teachers that was killed has suffered a fatal heart attack either today or last night. Jesus. Yeah. Children. One of their 4 children lost both their parents. Oh, my God. And then we just read something where one of the young girls, the way she survived, she put blood on herself and pretended to be dead. Oh, my God. Can you imagine putting blood on yourself? What about the little girl? What about the little girl that came out of the school crying, blood all over her? And a man came over and said, "Are you okay?" Thinking that she was shot. And she said, "No, I'm fine. Nothing wrong with me. I just saw my best friend killed, and the best friend was his daughter." And he didn't know. Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah. I mean, this quote says, "I want to live in a country that loves its children more than it loves its guns." Oh, now that is the quote of the day. I want to live in a country that loves its kids more than its guns. And right now, we got it wrong. We got it wrong. Period and point blank. Yeah. And then there's one more point. There's something deeply hypocritical about praying for a problem you are unwilling to resolve. Right. Oh. Exactly. That's why I don't want to hear your moments of silence, and I don't want to hear your prayer. Right. I don't. Right. Because they don't come from a place of right. They don't come from a place of right, and you're not willing to do the right thing. So, you guys, we know we got to switch, we got to pivot.
But it's heavy on our hearts. Let's bring in a happy person. Let's bring in light in this dark world. Gwendolyn Fields. Come on in, Gwendolyn. Beautiful Gwendolyn Fields. Give her a round of applause.
Yes. Look at that smile. Yes. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. That's gorgeous. Wow.
Gwendolyn, when I tell you we need your light like never before, we need you in this world. We need your energy. We need your light. Let me tell you about Gwendolyn Fields, you guys. She's a native of the state of Georgia, wife of retired veteran Sergeant First Class Charles Harper, proud mother of 2 beautiful daughters and grandmother to 3 beautiful granddaughters. Gwendolyn has a naturally giving spirit and is no stranger to caring for others. From 1996 to present day, she's been volunteering in her community in every way. After receiving the Golden Rule Award and a letter of recognition from President Bill Clinton, she decided to use her God-given talents and skills to help make a difference in people's lives. She's a retired preschool teacher and United States Army veteran. Thank you for your service. Additionally, she is a published author. Works include Served from WAC to Soldier, we're going to hear about that, and The Bear Within, 2022, as well as a children's book series. She's also, you guys, when I tell you she does it all, she is an artist. You'll see some of her work we're going to show. You'll find her original works featured on her website. We're going to give you that. But she really enjoys now teaching creative dance to people of all ages and stages of life. And guess what, you guys? She's also a pageant lady. Recently was named Miss America Senior. Miss America Senior. Look at her, you guys. Wow.
That is exciting.
Thank
Work
you.
it, work it, work it.
Yes, yes, yes. So, Gwendolyn, just come in and say hello to the people. We're going to go to a break in just a minute. And when we come back, we'll hear more about all that you're giving to the world.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Gotcha.
Hello.
Hello.
So, what drives you? What drives you? What inspires you, Gwendolyn, to give all that you give? Oh, there's the music. There's the music. Hold on, Gwendolyn. We're so excited you're here. We're going to take a commercial break. We got issues. Call us at 313-778-7600. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
It's going down. It's going
We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you to our tribe. You're listening to us either on radio only. Some of you are catching us on Facebook. Type your name in the chat. Tell us where you're calling in from. If you're a first-time listener, first-time viewer, we want to know that as well because you matter. You make a difference. We love hearing what you got going on in your life. How friendship has made a difference for you. And you know the girlfriends. Some of us are sassy, happy, lonely, messy, gossipy, churchy, techie, classy, trashy. You pick a name with the ending in a Y and tell us who you are. Gwendolyn Fields. Oh my goodness, what a light you are. Talk to us, Gwendolyn, about just how you came to this place. How did you get involved and active in so many great projects? You're so talented. Give us a little bit about your background history. Don't be shy. Brag on yourself.
I'm not shy, but I'm going to tell you what happened. I was a teenage mother with my daughter, Dawn. Now she's a doctor. I wanted to prove to society that being a teenage mother didn't mean you have to give up in life. So what I did was I joined the military so I could be able to feed my child because my mother, I was the oldest of 7 kids. And so with that being said, it instilled me to be a better person, to represent all women, not just the ones that succeed and go off to college, because I was late going to school. With that being said, my life's changed being in the military. I enjoy serving my country and then having my kids with me. I have 2 daughters and 3 granddaughters. They instill me to be the best that I can be, even though that I have retired. So being retired, I thought all women need to understand retirement does not mean sit down. Retirement means doing all the things that you want to do with your life that you couldn't do when you was raising your children, being a wife, being a sister, friend, and all those other things. So when I retired, I put my big girl drawers on and began to have fun. First thing I did was wrote about my life, serving in the military, as well as being a teenage mother and what drove me to be the best I could be. After I did that, I said, now it's time for me to do the things I enjoy doing. My mother couldn't afford me to go to dance school, but I was one of the great dancers. I always wanted to dance with Evan Haley and the dance studio. So what I did was I continued to teach myself dance. In my community, I've noticed that children have so much talent, but the parents don't have the money to put them in the schools. So I gave my talents to my children, because being a preschool teacher for 35 years and being in the military with the 20 years, it showed me how to give back. So the children get all my energy for free. I don't charge them money to teach a dance class because I didn't have the money when I wanted to be a dancer. But it made me a great dancer at age 69. I'm still dancing from 2 to 69, and I enjoy it. I do gospel dance for my church, and this what really got me. I know we tied in church. Don't get mad at me when I say this. We do our little 10% in tithes. I said, 10%? Well, this is what I need to do. Take that 10% and give it to the community. Because when I give the 10% at the church, and I love going to church now because I dance for the Lord. But by the time you pay for all your uniforms, go to all of them rehearsals, spending all the time, you find yourself stuck and ask yourself, what did I really do with my time? So I put 10% into giving to the kids that have tutus, dance shoes, music, whatever they need. And then at the end of the section, I give them a show to show their parents how good they are. And even though they didn't take a class, but the children got so much talent. And then at church, I was like, don't get mad at me. Please don't get mad at me. I give what I can and not all of what I have without sharing with some people that don't have. And that's what made me so proud of myself. And they love me anyway at my church because I tell it like it is. Stop saying 10% tithing mean out here in your community. The church is you, it's the church. So award yourself first so you can be a great asset to help our community. And this gun violence and all this thing will get under control because we don't take the time to see what God wants us to see out there. We're so busy locked up in here, but release it and give to our community, help the needy, help even the unfortunate. I volunteer at nursing home dancing, putting smiles on their face for free, just to say when I get old, at least I did something. When God blessed me, I wanted to be a blessing to others. So I put my art. I do classes with the older people. We sit down and we do art. I put on different types of music and let them just feel the vibe of the music. And then I say, now you can sell this when I do my art show. And when they sell it, I say, now you give your 10% to your community when you sell it. So by doing that, they be like, Miss Gwen, what you talking about? I say, you got to be a giver and not always on the receiving end because God take care of us. And I want women to understand that. When we become a senior, that just means for you to enjoy you and put your talents out there. If you could sew and you say, oh, my hands hurt, I can't sew no more. That's all right. Teach the class with your mouth. Teach young kids how to sew. If you can dance, dance. If you say my back
Right.
hurt, that's okay. Just show them anyway. They'll do it. If you can cook, I'm an army cook. I can cook really good. Teach them how to cook. I teach my grandkids so they could be able to take care of themselves. So always use your wisdom as being a senior to help others, not just yourself. Don't keep it in, because we are treasures, and all seniors are treasure.
Seniors are treasures. You know, that's amazing right there. Seniors are treasures. Utilize your gifts. I want to take you back to be a teen mom. And now that daughter
Yes.
that you had as a teen is now a doctor, which is
Yes.
phenomenal. And you having the wherewithal to say, I'm not going to be a statistic. I'm not going to let society dictate who I am. I'm not going to be one of those that they throw away because I found myself as a teen mom. What gave you
Yes.
that instinct? Was it parental guidance? How did you know what you knew as a young girl to put yourself in the military to make a way for yourself and your young family?
My mom, she told us, say, if you, this is her word now, if you lay on your back and get a baby, you better take care of it. And me, I was like, I didn't understand that if you laid on your back and get a baby, I thought that if you laid on your back with a man, with your boyfriend, that was just happiness, love, but it wasn't. Teenage women got to understand that's not love, that's lust. It don't last but a minute. So be happy with your life. Have your children. Don't get rid of your children, whatever God give you, because you don't know what blessing it is. And always be proud of yourself, regardless of what society say. They will say things about, oh, she fast, she this, but I was never fast. I was naive. And by me being naive, and my mama, she was so strong in her life, I said, you know what? My mama got 7 kids to raise them. My daddy died when I was 7.
Wow.
So I joined the military so that
What
I
number
could
of the
feed
7
my
were you?
child.
What number of the 7 were you? Were you the oldest or the youngest?
I
Gwendolyn?
was the oldest. The oldest.
You were the oldest of 7?
Yes.
Wow.
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 And I won a lot of awards in the military, being in the military. They all of them were. I won a lot of awards, being a great soldier, honorable discharge, never been in trouble, never had a parking ticket, anything. I just know that me being in this world, I wanted to make sure my children could be proud of their mom. And I'm proud of my children. I got my baby girl, she's in the medical field. And Dwan is a psychiatrist. She be on TV. I have my grandkids, one just finished her first year of college. That's Nia. I got a straight A granddaughter named Carrington. She made straight A's. She's on the principal list. I'll show you her little thing. Ever since she's been in school, they say she's a genius, but I don't like to say you're a genius. I want her to continue to learn. And I have little Cadence. She's running like grandmama. She's very talented. She could dance, sing, everything. That's little Cadence. So I'm proud of them, and I want to do all I can to make them proud of their mom, to leave a legacy here and not just be here. Leave a legacy. And my legacy is being a good role model for women.
I just love
Especially
your attitude. I mean, it seems like it just seems like whatever happens. I mean, Oprah talks about that. You can have people who have had, something happens in their life, and some people, it makes an intersection, and some people go one way and others go another way. Did that just positive attitude? Was it a work in progress? Did you just inherited that even as a child, that you had that powerful positive attitude of being others focused?
No. What happened was, when you read my book, I got raped in the military. So by me going through that, it made me kind of shun against men. Like, they take and they don't give. They just take and they take. So that made me have a form of, they call it the PTSD. Okay? Because I was like withdrawn and didn't want to be bothered. So when I had got married, that last 18 years, then I got divorced because I thought all men cheat and I'm protected of my daughters. It's like everything I done, I was very protected of my children. I thought you don't leave them with no man. You don't do this because this can happen. Okay. So with that being said, I became an advocate for young girls, how to say no and mean no. And so with my daughters, I teach them that too. But I had to learn to let all of that go. So when I let it go, I began to write. And by me writing, I had to let things go because it was keeping me stuck. So when you see a psychiatrist and they talk with you with VA, they taught me how to release myself. And that's when I started saying, now my therapy is dance, my therapy is art. So I teach other people, you don't have to drink, do drugs, pull things out that won't hurt you, but at the same time, you're learning.
Excellent, excellent. Gwendolyn, there's the music. We got to take a break. We're being so interested in this conversation. Thank you for being who you are. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Kissing my boyfriend on the cheek, telling baby don't wait. All right. Yes. Yes, Charlene says those trials hurt your spirit, but can also strengthen the will to make you stronger. Thank God. Yes, Charlene, that is exactly right. I mean, our guest, Gwendolyn Fields, has been through the fire, but she decided to come out
Yes.
stronger on the other side. Let's go to our phone lines. I think we have a caller. Caller, are you there?
Hey, how are you? Good. Okay, make sure you turn your radio down. Yeah. All right, tell us again. Okay, tell us. Can you hear me now? Yeah, excellent. Tell us who you are. Yes. Yes, my name is Wanda Kittle, and Gwendolyn Fields is Gwendolyn is my sister. Hey, sis. Nice. I just want, I'm sorry I have a slight cold. I just want to call in and let you guys know and the world know how proud I am of my big sister. I'm one of the 7 of the kids. Yes, she's a great big sister. And we're very blessed to have such a wonderful mother. We have, out of the 7 kids, we had a brother that grew up to be a chef. We had another one who's currently a sales executive. I'm a hotel executive. I have a sister who's a evangelist. Another sister who manages a mentally challenged home for mentally challenged adults. And we have a professional model. My little brother just really modeled my sister. He was so crazy about her. Like, she has always led us to do the very best that we could be along with her mother. And I just want to call in and say I love you, Gwen. And I never missed any of her passions, her beauty passions, and that type of thing. She's in Georgia. And every text that she has, I'm going to be there on her side. I'm right there with her. So I just want to take the time out and let her know how proud I am of her. That is so beautiful. We love the family love. We love the family support. Thank you for calling in. That is really wonderful to be modeled. This is what we love about the force of friendship. We got issues. You know, every family has issues, but if you fight through them and love each other and figure it out, that's what it's all about. So thank you for calling. Thank you. You probably are a first-time listener. Come see us again. We'd love to have you. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7. Thank you for calling in. Gwen, you must
have such a successful family. I mean, wow.
Yes, I
mean,
am.
A family full of excellence.
Right.
That's just God. That's what God did.
That's what God did. Awesome. Go ahead, Chris.
First, let me just say you are an amazing woman. We're so excited to have you on the show. Just listen to all of your accomplishments. Hashtag goals for sure. We want to be what you doing what you're doing at your age, looking amazing. So my question to you would be, as parents, because I know we have a lot of parents listening that may have small children, what would you say would be the number one thing that they should instill in their children? To be themselves. To be who they are. And don't try
to what you want them to be. Because when you do that, you're taking the blessing that God already instilled in them away. So let your children be who they are. And if they be who they are, they're going to make you so proud and happy you won't have any problems out of them. Because we as parents always want to change our children. But who are we to change them? We here to teach them, love them. And that's it. Because when they're out there on their own, they will instill everything you showed them in your home out there in the streets. So just be a good mother to them. Do the best you can. Don't beat yourself up when they act up, because all of this is a phase. I raised my daughters by myself, and I'm so proud. They never been in trouble. I let them be who they are, not whom I want them to be. And they turned out fine. So that's all you got to do. Let your children be them. Teach them what they need to know when they come to the streets. Don't forget their common sense and their book sense, because book smart won't get you past these streets. So give them that at home. Teach them street sense, common sense, book sense, and let them be who they are. You won't have a problem.
I love it.
Gwendolyn.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you
I
guys,
would
let's
love
go
for
to
you
her
to-
art. Let's showcase her art right quick. Let's just look at her art. It's beautiful. It brings calm to the chaotic world. And she could talk to us a little bit about her art pieces. She'll describe it for the radio audience. I think Dorothy's going to put it up. But beautiful. I love the colors. I really do. So Gwendolyn, talk to us about what inspired these pieces for you.
Okay. More on the one on the right, that's geometric morning. That in the morning, when you look at that picture, you'll see a coffee pot. You'll see a lady holding a baby, but you gotta stare at it. That's in the mornings when you get up. You gotta have your coffee. Even though you're taking care of the kids, you gotta have the kids on one arm, coffee in the other arm, trying to wake up. So that's why
I don't see no coffee pot.
Morning.
Gwendolyn, where is the coffee pot? Give us the
in the middle. Pot? You see that big old coffee pot right up under that round brown circle? That's a baby, and the lady hand and the coffee pot and the. You see it? It's right there. It's a coffee pot.
That's
y'all see it?
You're holding your baby.
I'm starting to see
geometric morning means
you got to use your imagination, Sabrina. You got to use your imagination.
You leave the house, you know. You do a lot before you leave the house.
Yeah.
So that's why I did that.
I love it. I love it.
Kunte.
Okay.
The one in the middle, that's the Kunte. That means when you see it, they all in frames. They're real pretty in person. When you look at that, it's telling all about everything you've done. Being a Black person, white person, whatever you've done in your life. The red is for the bloodshed, the blues is for the river, you know, and the yellows is for the morning. And I call it Kente because it takes you back to the motherland. But you just have to stare at it and you'll see stuff inside. All the art that I do, you have to really look at it and take the name and put it with the picture. Then you'll turn it into what you want it to be because it'll bounce off to what it really is. And that's Kente. I enjoy art according to your feelings. That's why I tell people, express yourself through creativity, because a lot of things we look at in this world, we don't make sense with it, and it's staring you right in the face. So everything that happens, put it on paper and canvas and sit back and look at it. Then you'll see it. That's why I tell people abstract art is a piece of art that can be whatever you want it to be. Just make sure when you do it, it's according to what you're feeling at that time. And it may put a smile on someone else's face.
Is all your art painted?
It's what?
Do you do all your art in paintings or do you do different forms of art?
I got a lot of different forms. I'm telling, bring Jesus, so I can hold it up. Bring some that they can see what it really is out of my stash.
Wow. Okay.
What I like to do is, how can I put this? Be creative. That's all I'm gonna say. Be creative. And out of your creation, something good will happen from it. I have art in about 80 people's houses. I've sold over 100 pieces of art. I always try to make only two copies, a print and the original. And when you get the print or original, I pray that God anoint you with a blessing, and everyone that gets my art, they say, wow, it's been really, really nice. Can you see this?
Beautiful, beautiful.
So you can see it.
That's so beautiful.
You see her face?
Yeah. You self-taught, Gwendolyn? You self-taught? This is your natural gift?
Yes, ma'am. Well, being a preschool teacher for 30 years, you do art with kids all day. So that's what made me like doing it. This one.
Not that kind of art. Not that kind of art.
Can you see this?
Wow.
That goes with the crop. Wait. Bring it up closer. Can you see that? It's a saying
Yes.
here about you might
Oh.
see snow on the mountains, but a lily will always grow in the valley, whether there's snow in the mountain. So with that being said, that's supposed to be Jesus, a picture of Jesus with that little saying on the bottom, because they got snow on the mountain, but he's holding a lily in his hand. That's supposed to be a blessed piece. Okay.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
try to do stuff that you can really see and understand, and then I do other whole bunch of other stuff.
Oh my
But
goodness,
I teach
Gwendolyn. When we
kids.
come back, we're going to talk about your books. We're going to talk about how we can access your art. And we have a caller on the line. But there's that music. We got to take a break. Got to pay some bills. We'll be right back.
Right back.
Thank
We're back and we're jumping right in because we got a lot. We got a lot to cover. Go to Gwendolyn's website. That's where you can access her art. That's where you can read about her books and see where you can get her books. When I tell you she is multi-talented, multifaceted, she is a light in this sometimes very dark world. We need more people like Gwendolyn in our lives. And so go to the phone line. You got a caller on the line. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I am. This is Gwendolyn Fields. How y'all doing?
Great. How are you, Robert?
I'm good. I'm doing well. I wanted to say hey to Miss Gwendolyn. Miss Gwendolyn probably knows me from my stage name, Catharsis the Poet. First off, I want to say that you look absolutely amazing, and I love your artwork, and I'm enjoying this interview. And the second thing, I actually had a couple of questions, but I think you guys are about to get into one that I was about to ask. So I want to ask this one instead. I want to know, because she likes to dance, Miss Gwendolyn, what kind of music do you enjoy dancing to most?
All music. All music.
all music I love. My passion is gospel music, but I love all music.
Okay, does that answer your question? Did you have another question?
I do have another one. So I know that she published 2 books. Ms. Gwendolyn, do you have any plans to write any others?
Yes, I do. I want to write a book about a self-help book for parents. With my experience with working with children for 35 years, it's going to be called Behind the Eyes of a Child. I want to complete that book.
Excellent, excellent. Tell us about that book. I was intrigued by the name of your last book, The Bear Within, BEAR. Talk to us about that.
Yes. I wrote that book after I completed therapy for PTSD. What happened was, when I was, being raped, I like to eat, and I didn't know why I was eating. I thought if you look pretty, men will hit on you, and I didn't want men to hit on me, so I started eating to keep them away, because I was like, something is going on with me. But I was single for 30 years. I didn't want to date anyone. I was trying to build me back, get me back, because when I was in the military in a cave, I got raped. And so when I got raped, and then hearing this noise in the cave made me afraid, really afraid, because I say I got raped when I was 12, and now I'm getting raped again, and I'm in the military. Lord, what is it? Am I looking like rape me? And you blame yourself. So with that being said, I went to VA, and they made me go through this program, and I had to go for like 2 years. And I came to grips to understand it wasn't my fault. And when I learned that, I released the bear that was in me. So I wrote about that, the bear within. And so that people can understand, it's important not to blame yourself. I served my country, but I wasn't going to allow the country to serve me the way that I felt that I didn't need to be served. You see? And with that being said, I made sure that I became the best that I can be. I understand the power of prayer. And I know not to hold my head down from the things that happened to me, because I didn't make it happen. So with that being said, that's why I wrote the book, The Bear Within, the completion of Serve.
Yes, excellent, excellent. Caller, we thank you for calling. We thank you for listening. You've certainly added value. Thank you so much. All right, all right, all right. Girlfriends, we've got a few more minutes. What would you like to ask Miss Gwendolyn? Go ahead, Gloria.
I would love to hear from you that the women who have gone on from retirement that watch you, what are they saying when they get in your space and they're inspired by you? What is it that you're giving them the most, that they keep telling you, like, oh my gosh, Gwendolyn, I get this from you, I get that from you? What are they saying about you? Because I am completely inspired. And I'd like to know, when they see you in these pageants and they see you still dancing, and you run up against a lot of women who retire at 55 and 60, and they slow down and they lose their dream and they lose their energy and they lose their conversation. So what are they saying back to you about what you do to inspire them?
Live life and stop letting life live you. You know what that means? We so wrapped up in everything else, but live your life the way you want to live it. And you'll find you so talented, beautiful from the inside out, and show it. And so I just feel that people need to understand the power of self, human self, and not the power of people self. We get so wrapped up and afraid of what people going to say about us, what going to happen if I do this or do that. But love yourself for whom you are, and not for whom you want people to think you need to be. And
well, that big old crown on your head was inspiring to me. I was like, look at that crown. Woo! That crown was everything. Missy, I thought that was so awesome. That you would go into a pageant at this time and that you give back so much to the community. It's very exciting, very inspirational to watch you do. So tell us about your morning. What's your morning routine? A lot of people want to know, what is your morning routine when you get up in the morning and you have that much energy?
The first thing I do when I get up is say my prayers and thank God for letting me see another day. Then I come downstairs and I say, thank you, Lord, the house is still here and everything's okay. My children are okay. And Lord, take care of this world. That's the first thing I do. Ask God to take care of his world and his people. And then I ask myself, now, Gwen, what you gonna do today? That's what people don't realize. Stop making your days according to other people and make your days according to yourself. So I said, you know what I'm gonna do today? I'm not cooking today. So today I'm going to do art, and I'm going to take myself and get me a manicure and pedicure called self-care. Tomorrow I might cook if I feel like it, but if I don't have to. Don't give me your rules. I make myself happy and I can make myself sad. So today I want to be happy all day. So stay out my space and let me come into your space. And that's what we need to learn to do. Stop making your life for other people and make it for yourself. And by doing that, you're going to please other people because you know what makes you happy. Because who make us unhappy? We're not going to make ourselves unhappy. So when I get up in the morning, I say, Lord, I'm going to be happy today. What you got for me? Make me strong to take it. Whatever it is, let me be strong enough to take it. But I determined to always live my life for me.
That's so good when you say, let me be strong enough today. Let me be strong enough today to take what the day brings. Because Gwendolyn, when life is so tragic, like we've just experienced the school shooting of those babies, how do you make yourself happy on those bad, tragic days? What do you say to yourself? Is it just still that prayer of let me endure whatever life is thrown at me? What is it?
I feel like people need to understand life goes on. We don't have control of things. But when it goes on, by me serving in the military, I learned to adapt. And when I adapt, I'm going to help and try to do things to make it better instead of sitting back saying I shoulda, coulda, and looking at the news saying, wow, that happened. Ask yourself, what can you do to make it better? So you see your neighbors and the little kids running outside. Learn to know your neighbors. We don't even know our neighbors anymore. So when people having issues going on, they take those issues into the streets and we don't even know about it because we so wrapped up in our world. And then when we see tragic things happen, who to blame for that? It's not you or nobody else. It's that you don't take the time to dig into what's really going on in your environment. What happened could have been prevented. If somebody would have took the time and visited the old lady next door and saw the son acting up and said, wow, what it need? We don't ask those questions until something happened. And we got to be more vocal with life and stop waiting for something to happen and participate to make things bad not happen. Gun control, I carried the M16 for many, many years, but I never killed anybody. You know, I've been really mad, but it wouldn't make me kill anybody because I know what the power of love and God is. Sometimes people don't show love anymore. And then when they do something bad, you give them all this attention. Love these children and pray for their families. Because
all right. Life goes on. Gwendolyn, you said a lot, my sister. You have encouraged us. You have inspired us. We're going to your website, find out more about the art, the books, the dance. Thank you for being our inspiration today. Thank you for being the light. It's been We Got Issues, 9-10 a.m. the Superstation. Make sure you go to her website and visit Gwendolyn Fields. All right, crew. It's been a joy. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place.
Thank you.
Ciao. Peace. Bye-bye.